New haircut. New old haircut. You're having a midlife crisis. You shut up. New poems. Also a lot of feels this weekend. This is called Normal. Normal is a cruel endurance, is relatively parlez-vous, blue bugloss in its populist frenzy. The vipers verge the vulgar gullies, her skellum verbal raked into status. She has big Godzilla projects, the fat-defied and tarted love spat at, spat out. A stammering defeat, the lockjaw looping says her homicide like incels through a horoscope of wasted nerve. Oh, armies, oh, cults of could-have-been contenders, getting steadily lacerated to synth pop the clever mouth mutated round its lie. Oh, fake tableau of tabletops glued her bothered head on backwards once, stupidly. This prodigy of knots and wobbles, she is an obvious moonstruck dog dust candidate skimming the guilt from a stolen saint. Is baby Jane spinning the perverted epic of her spite into curtsies, comely dancing, alcoholic secretions, turbulent pantomime is normal. The violent cliche coming for you is the knuckle you drag and the knuckles you suck on the dripping fist in a leather glove. Normal lives inside a child's tantrum, in the fever dreams of face crook, the fantasies of edgelord smithed. She is, into their bland regard. Your Jubilee. Small God, your yellow eye is absolution's undersong. I miss you, like a strict worm bleakly romancing the ear. Name that tune, paranoid pussy pop. The 90s punching well above their weight, small God, whose heart was infamous and minimal, the raptured punk of you. Your song, the proved sound personified as blade, an Irish noise, they said, this privy green careering, a decent pain beneath the nail. That's not dirt, that's the scrim of toil, my poet. The page pissed to echo a beat who'd have thunk you were better than. Your song, grief moonlighting as mercy, the road ripped and all the pale jitters of a country disappointment. Didn't you know? Sex as the superhuman uniform they'll bury you in. It's all they'll see of you, whose body is an empty manger, diffused clockwork, whose call sign is 9 lives shy of a cat to skin. What rhymes with violence? Pig stick propellant fuses and flares, and the breakthrough flowers skewing the twilight. A slanting boat tacking to church. How a taxi came apart in a terminal. You made the steel-plated sounds for these thoughts, held a lamp to their vanishing small God. Sweeney living out his bird call years by choice. You'd reinvent the wheel of our weeping, how the light expands and disappears, stood in a cold decade, inhaling a statement of ash, an old truth exhumed from the dank hutch of childhood, your pet shop syntax captive and broken. Your song arrived by way of cities, sophisticated and decayed, your faculties fixed to a windshield shattering, the unraveling of accident, swine in the sun glare, pearls before snouts, the silent-minded. Small God, your beveled murmurs swelling, stilled, only you, in this astonishment of safe words, clasp the winning bones of culture. The meadow grows over you now, a masterpiece of grass. To live this empire is the wiped mouth ridiculous in its motherfucking, the TV's bitter squealing, darling, it is the obvious gun, a shot framed by a child's totaled gut, the clammy wasteland inside a song, with penalties etched into our slouched mentality, numb from the bollocking, we, our grim nostalgiacs, run up the hill again and again. We are writhing maggot mauled by the workings of its fever to live this empire, inseminate the sorry herd, redistribute insomnia, outsource our splendid enmity. Be a philosophized doll, a droll boudoir puppet, be a seasoned bitch in a hay-smelling skirt. Somewhere behind the mouth, the black sirens are coming home to roost. That pig bought his shield, down on my shoulder, pain bloomed like a greased rose. Be a girl, a pink expendable, a syrupy utopia. Do drink the smoky hooch of policy warm. We'll gouge your welcome with rumors of ketamine, GHB, puke your eternal sunshine up, in pretty stepping speak your broken ankles, kiddo. He prowls the implausible Trafalgars of the mind, is anywhere we do not arm our daughters. Bikoviksani, both ghost and witch, recite the rich white bones of Trader Joe's, summon devil birds, divine chimera, all our mythy griefs severe as fever stone. Lakeen, girl child, flesh-toned arc of follies, to live this empire, fret the silky skin from you. Be a new broom unbidden in its sweeping, or hag with ample candy, the razored treacles sup. To love this empire, and make yourself as flood, as fragment, and diagrams of coming arson. Your foes are many in the capital cosplay of their crowns, and the carbon hymns of chimneys, the alphabets implicit in an animal's scream. They sealed the houses against their haunting. Ghosts mutter their never through inadequate masks in doorways. The paper wasp masticates its oove. The census pen erases a soldier's legs from the ground up or the waist down to save him the bother of kneeling. All the breathtaking males they raise upon plinths for the parasite centenary sing the shinered eye, rolling like a miser's guinea. This is the empire bloodlet for the long watch, her green sleeves surveilled, veiled and surviving, but only just. World of sinister pinpricks, nervous strain, the very straight, the normative, dutiful. Death and petrol are always with us, the steel-toed romance of industry. The north, in its palsied dialectic, goes down swinging. Against empire aflame, a small, deliberate genie, the aroused gaze repelled from heaven. Against empire, only tinned fruit, white bread, awless tenement charlies, the madams and the maids. To live this empire, a strong stomach, red petals pinned to our ecstasy, a dream of return, the green floor gutted in a reissued light. Courage, fear allayed, obedience alloyed, rise Lakeen, face down the corny doom of riot police and the porcelain penchants of middle-class mantles. You are no China shepherdess, unbutton the soiled housecoat made from the starry flags of your mother's mothers, the netherworld, the Neverland, the now remade, us, descendants of the rebels. They couldn't hang. Last one. I'm thinking of becoming Thanet District Laureate. This is a poem called Thanet. I live in Kent. Sunday, my overdrive reduced to fidgets, bad police-shaped dreams, the squeaky shoes of institution up and down invisible corridors. In the pubs, they do nostalgia, or grieve distilled to a wistful bloodstain. That man in the corner, he'll dagger democracy, save us from foreigners fly tipping their trash in our verdant lay-bys. Hero. In hospitals, if you listen really hard, you can hear our sick beds imploding. Why bother to be us? wearing fetishized garottes, head to a sad, mistaken wage. Whatever hell this is, the boys are past the point of boogie and into the paranoid normative foxtrot of come on then, and who are ya? With the eyes of a seasoned epileptic, Smithy is sliding down a tiled wall to a utopia of spent heat, oblivious piss-cats. The sea of spade inmates settle onto bookies' perspex, dead breath. In the corners, cobwebs collect like ghost crotches. The lions are red, gold, uniformly filthy. The long weekend is a hair shirt we wear in arrears. Poverty is a closed crocodile, horrible Fraulein, our extremist, lyric, nation strained through the skin of a tin drum, a toy soldier, amp distracted, bugles his tone-deaf defeat into Britpop, any cat shit anthem to clown to, Valium adepts propping up the nasty glamour of a boot, a brace, a scalp licked clean now. You haven't travelled back in time. They blew it up, the maniacs, by which I mean the Tories. Thank you. We'll meet again.